But it's time now for royal experts Cara Kennedy and Ingrid Seward. And after his testing state visit to Kenya, the King's attentions now turn to the COP28 climate conference at the end of November, where he will travel to Dubai to deliver the summit's opening speech. But before that, the monarch will enjoy a well-deserved break to celebrate his 75th birthday with his closest family and friends. But according to the Sunday Times, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle won't be making the trip across the pond after allegedly snubbing the King's personal invite. While Harry and Meghan might have decided to skip the King's birthday, they were more than happy to take a private jet to Las Vegas yesterday to watch pop star Katy Perry with a host of A-list friends like Cameron Diaz. Listen, this is a disputed story. Apparently, the Sussexes deny they received an invitation. But let's speak to Ingrid about this. Ingrid, having lectured the public about climate change, is their latest private jet jaunt yet more proof that the Sussexes are eco-hypocrites?
Well, I think whatever they do, they're going to be branded eco-hypocrites. Hypocrites. Harry has always said... Yes, absolutely. Harry's always said, if there's another way, he will try and take it. But, I mean, there's a lot of celebrities who travel in private jets and who also talk about climate change. And it is very hypocritical. And I think that it's probably a bad idea if you want to take private jet travel, and why shouldn't you? To go on about climate change. It just doesn't work. And I think in their Las Vegas trip, they went from Santa Barbara, which is where they live, in with Gwyneth Paltrow, her husband, and I think there was like 8 other people. So there were 10 in all. So in fact, you can't blame them for that. 10 people on a Gulf Stream, in a now 40-minute journey is probably about the same as if they'd taken 10 people had gone commercial. So perhaps that's not the greatest comparison, but in the past, Harry and Meghan have taken a lot of private jets, and they still talked about the crisis of climate change, which is one of the things that Harry has always said that he was very, very keen to do something about. So it just doesn't work. But at the moment, I don't think much seems to be working for them.
Yeah, well, listen, I've got to say, 10 people on a Gulf Stream doesn't sound like a squash and a squeeze. Ryanair, it ain't. I personally take the view that you cannot lecture people about the climate and take private jets. For me, the two are not compatible. But look, it's all about opinions. Earlier today, Harry's representatives insisted, Cara, that there had been no contact with his father about an invitation to the birthday party. The spokesman said it's disappointing the Sunday Times has misreported this story. What's your view?
Well, I'm still hearing different things. This is very much a story that's still moving. Obviously, the original was by Roya Nicker in the Sunday Times, who's a very good royal expert and correspondent. And her claim was that Harry was not going to make the trip from California. And it's interesting that the Sussexes put their name to this in their response. It was an official spokesperson that claimed that they had received no invitation, and they were disappointed in the Sunday Times. And usually when Harry and Meghan want to dispute something, it's a source close to the couple. But you can tell that with this statement, they really want to get in front of the story and show the world that King Charles has snubbed the pair for his birthday celebrations.
Indeed. I mean, listen, the bottom line, Ingrid, whether this story is true or not, the prince should be there.
Well, of course he should be there, but he's shown a great reluctance to do anything in this country, and Meghan has shown an even greater reluctance. Even when he went to the Invictus Games fairly recently, she touched down in London Airport briefly and then flew on to Germany. But I think that really, the king feels that, Harry's presence probably wouldn't be very welcome amongst the rest of the family. But if it's a biggish party and there's a lot of people there, would it really matter? I feel in my heart that Charles would invite his son just out of politeness, knowing that he will probably refuse and praying that he refuses.
Well, indeed. I mean, Cara, if it was my dad, I wouldn't wait for an invitation. I'd be on a plane. I'd be blinking going there with a lovely gift. Poor old Charles, right? He's 75. He's not going to be around forever. What the hell is Harry thinking?
I think most people would take the initiative to say, oh, this is my father, he is the king, and he's having a birthday party, I will come. But also this gives them an excuse. Of course, this is going to be a chapter in the next book, the story of the next documentary is saying, oh, well, look, I wasn't even invited to a party. This is why they put in their names to it. And they are getting in front of the story with an official statement saying, oh, look, we are so hard done by, we weren't invited.
Indeed. Listen, he should be there for the King's birthday and he should say, Dad, I've got a soap on a rope, I've got a bottle of perfume, a bit of aftershave for you and all the rest of it. But look, there you go. That is the Duke of Sussex for you. My thanks to Cara Kennedy and Ingrid Seward. Fascinating debate on that one.